Good afternoon, Simon from Life's a Gamble. Let's take a chance here at a very wet and windy Walton-on-the-Naze, UK, England. As you can see at the beginning of this video, you can see that I've got the transom framework and stern post laid out on the bench, and you can see it's not a pretty sight. A lot of the joints being broken, mangled, or in general state of disrepair, but they're all here because we have to make a load of new ones. Thankfully we've got a decent stock of oak outside. It's now nicely seasoned, ready to go in these places. These new to make new ones of these old ones and do something with the ends. As you can see, they're a bit mangled. Some bits are missing, some bits are rotten, but that's part of the course. After 80 years you've got to expect it to be in perfect condition. Here's a stern post knee, a very tall, very slim piece of wood, but it actually holds this framework nicely in place. So as you can see, only one that's missing on this framework is the two beams across the top, which are the top of the transom, which hold at the moment, are holding the deck planks together, which we don't want to take out just yet, but we'll make new ones of those as we move along with the project. But this is the entirety of the stern transom framework, which was, when it was originally built, was built in one piece and then put on the boat at James Silver's in Rossneath, and then the rest of the boat was put, the planks were put onto this. As you can see from here, the stern knee is in rather bad condition. The hole in the bottom there is where the original bolt was there to hold the knee in place, which I have on my bench, which is one I showed before, which is very well rotted away and very little of it was left. Here is the last floor member in the back of the chance. As you can see from here, it's a little bit rotten and missing, and if you turn it over, it's well and truly rotten in here. Look, very badly gone. But as you say, another bolt we've got to make there, put that one back in. As you can see here, that is a piece of plywood patterning for the bottom of the whole frame that goes directly behind the bottom of this goes along up the side of the boat behind these corner posts. So this corner post here, this piece here, and this post here connect these outer edges together. Yeah, so I've got to make a new one of these. New one of those. The one that's missing from there we've got to make a new one of, and the one up there we've got to make a new one of, and we actually have to do also the one that carries on to there. But once that's all done, it'll be a matter of assembling all this. Once the hog's replaced and the stern tube for the rudder is put back into the hog, then all this can go back in and be reassembled. So that's what I've got to do shortly. Take these apart neatly, take some measurements and make some new ones of all these pieces. That should be fun. Lots of work on the bandsaw, planer, chisels, you name it, we'll be playing with them. That's all for now, folks. So if you like to subscribe to the channel, by all means do so, and if you like to be a patron for as little as £2 a month, or buy me a coffee as well. Is that one-off payments or constant payments? Up to you. Either way, all the little donations will add up and help us keep the project alive and give you more videos to show you what we're doing on the boat from week to week. So that's all for now, folks. Bye for now. This is where I've got to do a lot of making up positions for beams, because the old ones have damaged and the sockets where they were are not very good any longer. So I know we've got to make completely new ones, but we've got to start off a good datum before we do anything else. So that's what's going to be done now, is to get these beams now in the correct position along the stern post. Now it's got a new piece at the end there to hold it in the right shape and size, and then we've got to move it along there, put these beams back in, put temporary screws in to make sure they're actually in the right place, and then we can start to fabricate new bits all along. This shows now the batten across the top there, the shape and angle of the beams have got to be. Just what I do now is to clean the inboard ends, these ends here, and screw them back in position, then rejig the posts, hold them in place so they're in the right height, and then we can start to make new ones. The only thing we've got to do also is to sort out the outer ends, which will need a batten bending round to be configured to the shape of the outside the hull. However, what we do have to help us is a piece of brass that goes on the outside of the transom of the boat, which we've still got, and we can put them together and make up a pattern for the outside as well. As you can see now, this side is now together temporarily, all in the right position, so we can now take measurements off this in order to make the new parts we need with the next part of the operation on this side of the stern framework. But we still got to make the port hand side up yet, so that's what my next job after my lunch break is, to make the port hand side up to mirror the starboard hand side.